I'm back because I saw someone in the airport with a bonnet on. I saw someone with a bonnet on, and that means you guys did not watch my first video, so now I'm making a second video. And listen, be mad. Why y'all talking about the bonnets? Leave my bonnet up. Be mad. Be mad about it. I'm tired of coddling y'all. It looks crazy. Like, it's one thing to see it on my phone. It's another thing to see it in person and you have on pajamas, slippers, and a bonnet in the airport. Guys, that's like coming into the airport with a nightie. Guys, y'all are too bad to be doing this. Y'all are too bad to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't take that warning and y'all didn't take my ashy warning because I'm seeing ashy ankles and it's 70 degrees. Let's get into this video before I get upset, child. Let's get into this video. Hi, this is Lexsa Marie and welcome to another Pretty Girl Talk. I am recording this before I'm going to work, but I figured I'd just knock it out while I have some time. You guys saw the title, you already know what I'm about to say, and like I made a video like this before, but then somebody came up on my For You page and I was like, maybe they didn't see the video. This girl was basically talking about like how like she just felt it was really hard to always stay dolled up and always stay like a baddie because sometimes she just wants to walk around in her body and just look like crazy. And I'm like, no ma'am. No ma'am. I made a video years ago, I think when I was 20, saying leave the bonnets at home. There's nothing wrong with a bonnet. Get you a baddie bonnet, but leave it at home. Not 7-Eleven, not the mall, not the airport, not the grocery store. And I don't think there's anything wrong with me saying that. You know, if you want to, as a pretty girl, if you want to always look good, effortlessly, this is the video you need to watch. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't been here before, I talk about hair, beauty, girl talk, and nursing content. Like I said, I'm literally going to work right now. This is how I look going to work. I told myself in 2025 I'm really going to start to like get comfortable with doing a light makeup look when going to work. Normally I just do like eyebrows and lip balm, but I was like, you know what, like let me, you know, maybe put lip liner or maybe put a little concealer under my eyes, and I just feel like it definitely changed my look. So let's hop right into it. I feel like this conversation just needs to be had. And just a disclaimer, if you are someone that does not agree with looking good all the time, if you want to wear your bonnet all the time, if you want to come out in Crocs all the time, if you don't want to listen to any of this and just do what you want to do, then I would just say click off, okay? But this is for the girls, you know, that want to just always be that girl. Even on an off day, you're still that girl. So yeah, let's just hop right into this video. So the first thing that I wanted to say on to how to always look good and put together is your skincare routine. And what am I talking about with your skincare routine? Not just your face, mama, not just your face. Those feet, okay? Scrub those feet. Don't just get your nails done. Get a good scrub. Get the paraffin wax or whatever. Let them get in there. Get your feet nice and soft, your ankles nice and soft. Make sure that you're scrubbing your body at least 2 to 3 times a week so you can get rid of those dead skin cells that cause that little like dry, ashy look. And exfoliate, like I said, with maybe like a tree hut scrub, like a sugar scrub base, or even a salt scrub base. I'm telling you, your skin will literally glow. And I said this in the last video, like when I was 20, I literally said I've never seen an ashy girl and said she looked put together. And that's a fact. That's a fact. When you're ashy, I don't know, it's just something about, I don't know if I have a thing against ashy people, but when I see someone that's ashy, I'm like, you didn't have 2 seconds to put on some lotion. Just 2 seconds to put on some lotion. So I would say like make sure that you are staying hydrated internally and externally. So when I get out the shower and I take super hot showers, immediately when I get out the shower, I put on body oil, and I put on Vaseline's body oil version. So I do that and I drench my skin. And once I let that sit, I go on top with a body butter. So I like to get my body butters from Trader Joe. They need to sponsor me at this point because I'm a Trader Joe girly down. But I get my body butter from Trader Joe, and I think it's so thick and hydrating. I'm literally moisturized for the entire day into the next day. So make sure that you are staying hydrated internally, drinking your water, and also externally. Also, I'll say, you know, with your face wash, make sure you're washing your face like a simple routine in the morning and a more like intricate routine at night, and that you're doing a lot of hydrating things. I feel like the more hydrated and I guess like nourished you look, the healthier you look. So the more you look good, if that makes sense. So definitely it's super, super important that you do that. I think a hack for me in the summer is I do body oil as soon as I get out the shower, and then I put on my cocoa butter, and then I have like a shimmering oil, which makes me look, oh my God, like when I'm telling you, the skin is popping, especially if I have a tan, the skin is chef's kiss. Okay, so that to me is like the first thing to make sure that your skincare is down packed, because if you have a lot of acne, or you have back knee, if you have chest acne, if you're ashy, if you have all those things, it doesn't matter if you're in Dolce & Gabbana, it doesn't matter if you're in, you know, Dior, you're in Dior and you're ashy. Okay, it just automatically makes the look whack. So definitely make sure that you are staying hydrated, that you look hydrated, because it'll definitely make you look good. Now, y'all can argue with me about this, I don't really care, but I'm gonna make another video talking about this topic because I love that this trend is coming back. I feel like the girlies are really starting to hop on this wave. But hairstyles, okay? Get the bonnet off. There is alternatives, easy alternatives you can do when running out the house. You can just slap on a wig and put a scarf around it, and it looks like the top is like it looks like it's styled. You know what I mean? So you can always do that. You can get a headband wig, just easy things when you just want to run out the house and not really do your hair. I recommend doing that, or even just wearing a baseball cap and having your hair out in the back is a great alternative. But for your everyday look, you want it to be quick, easy, and cute. For example, I didn't review this wig on my YouTube channel, but I reviewed it on my TikTok. This is from Eunice Hair. It's a yaki textured, I think it's a 26-inch wig. Y'all, I went in that gym and I went in the gym today, and now everybody's acting like they never seen me before. I've been a part of this gym for 2 years, 2 years. And if you know about that gym in Ritchie Station, my DMV girlies, then you know, okay? So I walked in, whatever, I had my little shirt on, person after person, gentleman after gentleman after gentleman. I didn't even try. This is a glueless wig. I didn't even try. I just walked in. I'm like, dang, like, I know it's, you know, summer's approaching, but y'all need to relax. Like, I'm telling you, when you just put a little bit of effort into your look, people will notice. And it doesn't even have to be that much. Like, all I did was straighten this hair. I didn't pluck it. I didn't do anything. I just slapped this wig on and left. So maybe get those like where to go wigs, which I have a whole bunch on my YouTube channel and my TikTok. If you just don't feel like doing your hair, I love me a good go-to wig. Also too, I recommend natural looking styles to look more polished. Something about the colored wigs is losing me, and I feel like, I don't know if it's me turning 25 soon, like very, very soon in a month. I don't know if it's me just getting older and starting to see things differently, but actually, no, because I felt this way at 21 too. I review wigs that are an array of colors, and yes, they can look nice, but in reality, the nicest look is going to look like it could possibly be your hair, whether it's the texture, the color, like, and I feel like for a long time, like black girls, you know, my ladies, we were doing like bohemian hair, Remy hair, this hair, Mongolian hair, which still ate. But we can switch it up. We could try the yaki textures, the kinky textures, which I feel like a lot of girls are doing. Like, we are starting to get into styles that like accentuate our beauty, like the half wigs, the V-part wigs, the U-part wigs. I see a lot of people do what do you call it, like kinky straight hair. I love kinky straight hair. I'm just starting to get into yaki textured hair, and it feels like I got a silk press. Like that's the type of texture that I like. So if you are into braid or you're into wigs, I would definitely recommend to go for a more natural textured style. In terms of color, I think anything that can grow out the scalp, you should try. Like whether it's blonde, brown, or black, I think those things are doable. But getting into pink hair, blue hair, like it eats for the night, okay? And it eats on celebrities. But if you're trying to look good every single day, I don't think your every single day look should be like a bright pink. You know what I'm saying? And let's just be real about that. Like the red, like I know every girl has her red phase, but it just doesn't eat after a while. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you're looking for a clean, everyday look, you know, where you just always look expensive, always look tea without trying, I'm telling you, those browns, especially on darker skin, those browns and that nice like off black is going to be your go-to. So definitely consider that. And if you don't like wigs at all, just make sure your braids or your twists or your protective style is well kept, okay? Because we all know them braids have been in for 3 months. Just because they can stay in for 3 months does not mean you can have them in for 3 months, okay? I feel like that just had to be said because I used to be that girl, but I was like in high school who would have my braids in for 3 months. Keep those braids in until they start to look like they have lint balls at the root, okay? Like once they start to get lint balls, I think that should be your sign to like kind of let it go. But yeah, the second tip that I will give you guys is to make sure your hair is cute, quick, and easy. The third tip that I have in order to look good all the time and look put together is to have a quick soft glam and a quick, or not quick, but a good soft glam and a quick light glam. So right now for me, I have literally maybe 4 products on my face, and this is perfect for going to work, if you're going out to the grocery store, going to the mall, and you don't really want to do a full makeup look. Tinted moisturizer, concealer, eyebrows, lip liner. That's it. That's it. And this is not my more intricate look. Like if I'm going out to like a little vibe at night, I might, you know, really put on foundation, set my makeup. I might do a whole bunch of different things, but I feel like another beauty trend that I really like and I'm starting to be obsessed with is the no lashes. And I know right now I have on lashes. I had them on from like yesterday, but I've been trying to do no lashes, and when I'm telling you, I've gotten so many compliments. People telling me I look younger. I'm like, I didn't know the lashes aged me. But I think going the more natural route when it comes to your makeup looks will always be the way to go. Like a little bit of blush, maybe you can do a little lip and your brows, and it'll elevate your look. Because let's be real, like yes, you're a baddie. Yes, you're a baddie without makeup. You know, as soon as you wake up in the morning, wash your face. But if you just put that extra step where it still looks like you might not have on makeup, but you look like refined, I'm telling you, you're gonna stand out. You're gonna stand out. So make sure you find what works best for you. Like I love lip liner with some gloss. I have on lip balm from Trader Joe. I have everything from Trader Joe, but it's their brown sugar lip balm that was out a couple months ago, and just like a beauty supply lip liner changes my entire lips. Also, I wanted to say, make sure you have a touch-up bag. This is a pointer that I learned from my mom growing up. Every time we went out, like she would do her makeup at home, but I knew she had the touch-up bag in the glove compartment. And if you don't know what a touch-up bag is, it has like your blotting powder or your blotting paper. It has your lip liner, your gloss. It has glue, like for your eyelash glue, just in case. You might have an edge brush in there, maybe a little edge control. It's like quick things, travel size things that you would use just in case you need to update something. So like before on a date, like if I'm going on a date and I need to, you know, make sure I'm not oily, I'll like blot my skin real quick. I'll you know, do my lips again and just make sure that my eyelashes are still on. And it's just so essential. So I feel like that's a cheat code with looking good all day long. So yeah, make sure you have a cute, like, let me show you mine. This is mine, and it has different like lip combos, and sometimes I'll have like a disposable sponge just to kind of like pat my face dry, things like that. but I bring this everywhere. So yeah, definitely get you a touch-up bag to do your makeup throughout the day. The fourth way to look good all the time is to embrace the saying less is more. And what do I mean less is more, right? Monochromatic looks, all right? I can never go wrong. A monochromatic look, an all black outfit, all white outfit, all blue outfit, it eats. Like, I know I'm going to work, but when you just wear all the same color, I just feel like you look good. Like, I don't know, it's just something about wearing all the same color. It just eats down. It looks very like classy, refined. I won't use my work outfit as an example, but I'm sure I have pictures of like an all monochromatic outfit. Like I've done red like for New Year's, which was gorgeous. And I feel like that just kind of brought my look all together rather than having like multiple colors. The other thing that you can do is learn how to style a white top and jeans. One thing I'm gonna do is wear a white top and jeans, and you know, call me old school, but I feel like if you know how to style that, you can do anything. Like you can do a little skinny jean with like the low V-cut top, like, you know, the white beater low V-cut top eats. Okay, if you know how to style that very basic outfit by adding a scarf or adding some jewelry, adding some cute shoes, a cute bag, then you eat down. So yeah, like if you want to kind of elevate a basic, quote unquote basic look, because to me, I feel like I wear very basic pieces. You want to elevate by doing body jewelry, you know, earrings, necklace, bracelets. Also, you can do like chains, like body chains. You could do anklets. Also, really taking into consideration your pocketbooks, your shoes, you know, make sure you have a nice shoe collection to kind of just elevate and make you stand out a little bit without really looking like you're trying. So definitely less is more. Oh, I sound like a hypocrite, child, but keep up with your maintenance. Keep up with your maintenance. I'm not gonna show you my nails right now because I'm waiting until Friday to get them done. So they're right before my trip. We're not gonna talk about my nails, but one thing I will say, they're all there. The girls who have one nail hanging on, I'm talking about y'all, all right? I'm talking about y'all. If you have one nail hanging on for dear life and all your toes are chipped, okay, get those things done. The little things matter, I promise you. And you know what it feels like once you got your nails and toes done. You know how good that feeling is. So make sure you kind of have a routine. If you can't afford going to get your nails done, do them at home. Do press-on nails. I was doing press-on nails all through college, okay? I was doing press-on nails here and there, especially because I had clinicals, $5, $10 nails. Put them things on, carry your glue in your touch-up bag and call it a day. Also too, you can wax your own eyebrows, you can trim your own eyebrows, or you can get your brows waxed, but stay on top of your maintenance, because if you let those things go, it just kind of takes away from the look. Like if you have multiple chipped nails, like my nails are overgrown because my nails grow very fast. I don't know if you guys can see, they're overgrown, but they're nude. So it's like, I can kind of get away with it. But for me, like, I usually get them done every 2 weeks, but it's been a while. It's been like 4 weeks. So definitely this is just that one-off occasion, but normally I love to have my nails done so I can show you guys my nails. But yeah, make sure that you're keeping up with your maintenance in order to look good and put together all the time. The next thing that I'm gonna say is your teeth and oral care. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. I get it all the time. You guys ask me, Lex, how are your teeth so white? I brush them. I brush them. I brush them. Now, every now and then I might fall asleep on the couch and forget to brush them before I fell asleep on the couch because I fell asleep on the couch. But then I get up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, let me brush my teeth. So yes, like I'm a human being. Sometimes, you know, we fall asleep and then our teeth aren't brushed. But you have to brush them at least 2 to 3 times a day with a whitening toothpaste to have white teeth. And also brush your tongue, because I know some people don't do that too. It makes or breaks. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to be a baddie and go, and it's bad, okay? So make sure, you know, that, what's that mouthwash that everyone uses with the orange cap? I have that mouthwash, that 24-hour mouthwash, Chef's Kiss. Also, another tip that I would recommend is carrying around floss and carrying around mints. Make sure that your breath is always smelling good. Another thing too, I use Crest white strips. I've been using them for a very, very long time. And you know what I'm saying? That's a Colgate smile. That's a Crest smile. But I do those like on the way to work. So if I'm going on the way to a date or going on the way to work, I just like have them in my teeth and then I take them off before I go. And I feel like they definitely make a difference. So make sure you're doing all those things in order to stay on top of your oral care and oral hygiene. Also too, when drinking coffee or drinking like cranberry juice, try to drink it with a straw. I feel like, you know, cranberry juice, wine, coffee, those things will stain your teeth bad. Also citrus fruits, like make sure when you're biting into those things, you're brushing your teeth at some point after, just so that the acid doesn't break down your enamel. But that's kind of the tips that I would say in terms of your oral care. And did I mention brushing your tongue? Okay, brush your tongue, y'all. All right, last but not least, the last way to always look put together is to wear things that fit you. Okay. We gotta talk about it, all right? Some of y'all wear things and they're too tight, okay? Sometimes we wear things and it's too tight and it looks tacky, it looks cheap, it does not look cute, it's not eating like you think it does. I have done it before. I'm not talking like I'm talking down, I'm talking because I have looked back at pictures and I'm like, why was I wearing that? Now the newest dilemma with me, because I lost about like 40 pounds last year, and now I'm like between 142 and 150. Your girl, things don't fit me, like they're too big. And it looks tacky, it looks whack, it looks like I'm a hobo. So what I've been trying to do is just find more form-fitting clothes or getting my clothes tailored. So that's something that I would recommend doing in order to look good all the time. If you are struggling with things that are too tight or too loose, go to a tailor. All right, I would say if they're too tight, I would go a size up. But if they're too big, I would go to a tailor and get things adjusted to your specific body type. And also understand that your body type might not be like the girl on Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Thing. Like me, I'm top heavy. I'm a capital P. All right, I'm not a B. I'm not a lowercase b. I'm a capital P. And I've embraced it. You know, little booties matter, but you have to understand that certain things on you are not gonna look the same as someone else that is more bottom heavy. Like I feel like a slight hourglass to rectangular torso. That's a long torso. So I try to accentuate my waist in the best way that works for me versus someone who has more of a pear shape or an apple shape. Because different things will look good on you versus the other person. So try to consider all those things. I feel like especially going to a tailor makes a huge difference. Trying on clothes before you buy them makes a huge difference. I don't understand, some people don't try on clothes. But make sure that you are really taking the time to know what styles and what sizes actually fit you. Also, I would say your undergarments. I know some girls, like, we will hold on to underwear for dear life, but if the underwear is too tight, like the pants could fit, but then your underwear is too tight, so it shows that mark and it's like clenching your butt. You don't want tight underwear. I'm telling you, from a nursing perspective, you don't want tight underwear on, let alone not cotton. Get you some appropriate size underwear. Same thing with the bra. Like you want your breasts, and my mom told me this when I was younger, you don't want your breasts to look all stuffed. You want it to look flat and seamless on top, because yes, it might look like they're being pushed up if you don't have them flat, but wearing a shirt and everything, it just looks busty and tacky, and that's not what you're going for. You want to go for that seamless, like I'll show you guys. I have on a bra right now, and you don't see like my breast being pushed up and like falling out of my bra. All right, you want them to be seamless, and the places that I would recommend obviously are Pink and Victoria's Secret. I'm a like a 34D now, like 34 double D. I'm kind of like in between there, but yeah, like those are all the tips that I could really think of for my part 2 on this video. Let me know if there's anything that I missed that you feel is very essential as to always looking good and put together. I know I didn't talk about it, but like even wearing earrings every day, like some girls, I knew someone who hated wearing earrings, and I'm like, what? Like she thought it made her look older. I'm like, girl, what? But it like elevated her look every time she put them on. So I was so confused, but I know we didn't touch on all of the topics today. If you want to hear another video about the same topic, let me know in the comment section down below. Your girl has to go to work. But leave your tips down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, this hair, because I'm obsessed, it's from the doula. It's starting to grow on me. It's starting to grow on me. Like, look at that texture. Oh, sorry, I got a little ADD. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.